Welcome to Laval Rocket's 9-hour bus trip to Cleveland, Ohio. Lots of Netflix on the bus. Obviously, we had to cross the border, had a one break outside of Rochester to grab lunch, and to stock up on snacks. I tried to get a nap in before we got to Cleveland. It was actually one of the nicer days that we've had and wanted to get outside after the travel day and get the legs moving. The Cleveland Guardians were playing just down the street, so we got tickets and enjoyed the weather and the fresh air. Most of the cities we travel to in our division don't really have much going on, but Cleveland is definitely one of my favorite spots around the league. Lots of good restaurants, and the Cavaliers were playing just across the street, so some guys went to the basketball game instead of. After we got back to the hotel, we put the playoffs on before an early bedtime. Game days on the road are usually pretty busy. The away team practices at 11:15 and then it's back to the hotel for lunch. For a 7 o'clock game, I usually like to nap from 2 to about 3:30, and then I like to eat a little bit more lunch, get my stuff ready, and bust to the rink usually about 4:15. 4 games left in the regular season and we're chasing Belleville, so each point is crucial.
Ricochets back to Stevens. He'll fire and he scores. The first shot of the game beats Cheyenne to the glove side and the short side. And the Rocket and Stevens start with a bang front as the Rocket double up the Monsters early. It's 2-0 Laval. Back to Delbel Blues. His long shot tip, they score! Blues delivered it, and the Monsters are around the board. Dunn makes it 2-1. It's been made, so that's a serious thing. Monsters off the draw, turning it to Kabi. He scores! Windowski, Delbel Blues across left circle. Kaskisuo scores! Samuel Kaskisuo! Blocked by Heineman. Back to Mateau. His shot tip. They score! Third point of the night for Luca Delbel Blues as it's under the bar, and within a goal are the Rocket as it's Toby Bisson with the deflection, and it's 4-3. Point now Maillet atop the left circle, rink wide, one-timer Heineman, and the third time's the charm. He scores with a power play goal from the right dot, and the game is tied again. It's 4-4 with just under 9 minutes to play. Clock on for the Rochester game, 4 o'clock games for both of the Toronto contests on Saturday and Sunday. Backhander in front from Okabe, did it track him, they score! And to himself, Pierce into the middle of the ice, here's Wayland, he fires, he scores! Empty net goal!
Tough game yesterday, hurt us in the playoff race a little bit. Belleville is, I think, 2 points ahead of us with 5 games left, and we got 3 games left, so they got the advantage there, but the last 2 games of our season is going to be against Belleville, so it's kind of in our hands as long as we're set up for that weekend, next weekend. So that means we got to win tomorrow, and hopefully Belleville loses tonight and this weekend, so we can have some meaningful games and push for the playoffs next weekend. Today was just workout at the hotel, and finally found a good coffee shop here in Cleveland. Went to Phoenix. That was a good cup of coffee. A couple days ago I went to Club 27. That's Machine Gun Kelly's coffee shop, and it was probably one of the coolest coffee shops I've ever been to, but it lacked a little bit of flavor, a little watered down, so they got all kinds of specialty drinks. So the flavor wasn't there. Maybe I'll give it another try. And then I went to a different spot after that. That wasn't good enough either. I know I'm picky with my coffee, but at least Phoenix had some good coffee. And then I went to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame that's here in Cleveland. I feel like pretty much every trip I come to Cleveland and we have a day off, I try to go. I really enjoy that place. They had a little Elvis segment too that I'm a big fan of, so got to look around and just go by myself and take the time and check out the things I want to see, and just trying to spend a long day here in rainy Cleveland. I don't think it's even focusing, but it's now 3:30. I'm already back at the hotel. Nothing for the rest of the day. I think we have TV set up in the meal room to watch the Masters as a team. Other than that, just getting ready for tomorrow. It's a must win for us for sure to have a chance in the playoff race. So definitely gonna keep my eyes on the Belleville game tonight. Hopefully they lose, and then otherwise it's just for us to take care of business tomorrow. Stay between games here in Cleveland. It's my roommate Norley's birthday today, so I ordered some crumble cookies to the hotel. I'm just on my way to pick it up and then bring it to the room. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to me.
Happy birthday, bud. Look.
Hey. Thank you.
Biggest game of the season coming up. Adobe starting this one. We need to get the 2 points to have any kind of chance going into next weekend series against Belleville.
Blues trying to turn north. Durando takes it away again. Centers and they score. Condata from in tight there after a great feed out of the corner beats Cheyenne, and so the Rocket in a game they've got to have start with a bang. Takes it for a skate. High slot waits. Fires. He scores. Blake Maillet with a power play goal. Wires it past the glove of Cheyenne. That makes it 2-0 Laval early. Pops one ahead, grabbed by Whalen, a 2-on-1. Sillinger drives the net, saucer to him, hacks it, and they score! A glorious feed from Whalen, and Sillinger makes no mistake. Tossed out to center, here's Maillet to Anderson in front. What a move to the right toe, he scores! Great move, and Cheyenne moving to his left, couldn't keep that right toe on the right post. Feeds one across that's picked off by Anderson, dropped off Maillet, returns it a one-timer, they score. Costly turnover in the Cleveland zone, and Cheyenne did what he could to get back to the left post. Didn't get there in time, a piece and not enough.
Huge win in Cleveland, keeps us alive in the playoff hunt. So we got 2 more regular season games left. Both of them are against Belleville, and they're going to be on the next video. And yeah, it's either us or them. We're going to make the playoffs, so it's going to be a battle. But before we wrap up this video, I just wanted to do a quick Q&A from a couple of the questions from the previous video. So keep sending those out. So here we go. First one. How would you compare SHL to the AHL in terms of skills, training facilities, fans, venues, etc.? Does AHL feel like a bigger stage? So I've been asked this quite a lot, and to me, it's such a hard question that I think overall everything kind of averages to be the same. So obviously SHL only 14 teams, I think, and AHL has like 30 teams. So a lot more players in the AHL, and obviously AHL teams have a lot of guys who could be playing in the NHL. So kind of like a 3rd, 4th, 5th line guys who are going to be playing a lot of minutes in the AHL. So every night, basically, you're playing against a team and you're like, oh, this guy was in the NHL this week or something like that. Where also SHL, they get the guys who don't want to go up and down. They don't want to travel in the minors anymore here. So they go back and they go play in the SHL. And obviously a lot of those guys are national team level. So I would say the top end guys are kind of the same. So guys who could basically be good enough to play in the NHL. So you have both of those guys in the SHL and the AHL. And yeah, I think it's just like night in, night out. Like I feel like it would average about the same, even though there's more teams in the AHL. Training facilities, fans, venues, kind of the same thing. So in Laval this season, we're spoiled. We have probably one of the best rinks in the American League. It's pretty new, and facilities are NHL level. It's kind of what you get in Europe as well as SHL. You have older rinks that some of them might be smaller, but then you also have like bigger, nicer rinks. So there's a big difference between the good and the bad rinks, which is the same thing in American League as well. So sometimes we play on the road. I don't want to say any teams, but we play on those barns. They're old barns, and there's not a whole lot of people watching. And then the next game's at home, which is a sold-out, nice NHL level facility in Laval. So there is a big difference in that. Some teams play in NBA arenas and all that kind of stuff, and then some teams have like an older arena that they just play out of. I think the SHL has way better fans than North America. Obviously, you've probably seen my 2 years of videos from Leksand, and yeah, the fan culture in Sweden is unbelievable, and that's by far the best part about playing in Sweden. And then, like I said, here in the American League, like a lot of teams get good fans. Like Laval, it's great, its atmosphere is awesome, but on average in Sweden, the fans are way more passionate, better than in the American Hockey League. Question 2, maybe I'm missing another video, but still using the Bauer Trapper. Didn't like the True 580. So the 580 for True felt very different. So I really tried to get into it. I had some specific issues with that on specific saves and how the balance was, how it felt. I'm just so comfortable with my Bauer one. So that was one piece of gear that I didn't want to change to until it was fully ready and I felt comfortable doing that. So I'm still very intrigued by the True 580 and I think I'm gonna still keep trying it and just hopefully find a solution of how it works into my game. And if it makes sense and if I feel like it's gonna make my game better, then I'll switch. But right now, I'm still more comfortable in the Bauer playing in a game. So 2 different kinds of gloves, and it's just about which one feels better to me. Last one here, hey Cass, what BioSteel supplements do you use? So you've seen me put in the pink drinks probably in my bottles. So I just do the BioSteel powder. I like to add some Gatorlights, which is just like a salt packet, electrolytes for extra hydration. So those are kind of the drinks that I drink at the rink, before games, during games, and after practices, after games. We have the pouches of BioSteel plant-based protein. So that's kind of what I use every day, and don't try to do too much with that stuff. But yeah, the hydration part, and then obviously the protein for recovery. But that's it. Thanks for hanging on for another video. Regular season wraps up in the next video, so I hope you see you guys then.